Hey guys, welcome back to We Watched a Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay. What are you gonna do on October 31st?
What are you gonna do on October 31st?
Here comes that white-faced fucker, an asshole like no other. He's a big old piece of shit. Wants to stab your sister's tits cause he's a white-faced fucker. Loomis can't recover, Dr. Challenge drunk again, sleeping with your sister's friends.
Do you wanna know about the darkness?
I said, goddamn.
Goddamn you, Michael!
I said, goddamn.
A lot of people don't know the darkness that goes inside their hearts.
I said, goddamn.
Goddamn you, Michael! What are you gonna do on October 31st?
Okay?
Jay.
Whatever, you guys are here for that fun and excitement. You're here for that mediocre entertainment, and we're going to fucking provide it to you whether you want it or not. We're going to shove it right in your buttholes.
Mediocre at best.
So, wrapping up the John Carpenter apocalyptic trilogy. Here we come, Sam Neill, that has spent way too much time jacking off dinosaurs in the mouth of madness.
They do move in herds.
They do. Sam Neill plays an insurance investigator, pretty much looking for people that are trying to defraud insurance companies by staging ploys or plots to make people believe one thing or other and collecting insurance money. Sutter Kane is the author in the film, who is a prolific author, by the way, on the terms of Stephen King, actually better than Stephen King in the movie. No one's better than that. But prolific in the film, and he writes these horror novels that people go fucking bananas for, and they love it, and they just turn their buttholes inside out to get the copy of the latest Sutter Kane novel. Pretty much like Harry Potter when it was coming out. So Sam Neill is sent to investigate the disappearance of said author, Sutter Kane, and in the midst of all that, he finds himself in the mouth of the madness.
Well done, sir. Well done.
But no, what I want to say first off about this film is that I think the premise is really good. I think the idea behind what they were going for was actually really, really well thought out, and I thought it was going to be something way more than it was. When it first starts, you got that cool, again, John Carpenter's got the best beats on the block, y'all. MWA, suck a dick. But he really does have a really good atmospheric way to orchestrate the music to bring you in and kind of make it like it's a horror movie, but it's not. It's kind of like just. I don't know. I don't know
special.
I don't know how to describe it.
When he does a movie and a score, it feels special. It feels like something fucking special.
It feels.
I don't know how to explain it either.
It feels like you driving from Waffle House after you've had the best night of your life,
it's
or
like
something.
Mainlining Halloween.
It's just there.
Not the movie, just the holiday. It's like watching a John Carpenter scored film is like mainlining fucking Halloween.
Taking the Halloween guts and just putting it in there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And then your dick swells up and it's orange.
That being said, I don't like this fucking movie.
Well, you're jumping right off the gun there, Jim.
I don't.
Actually, I don't hate this movie. I don't. It's weird because you like Prince of Darkness better than me, and I like this movie better than you, which is actually, well, it's fun. I know I sound like an asshole, but Sam Neill was not the right choice for that main guy. Like, I love Sam Neill. He's an amazing actor. Loved him in Event Horizon, and that's a horror movie too, and I think he did awesome in that movie, but he also had Lawrence Fishburne to bounce off of. But this film, specifically as Sam Neill's the main guy, I didn't get behind that at all, sir.
Kurt Russell, he's not, and I think that's a problem with some of John Carpenter's. I don't even want to say lesser movies because I love his movies so much, but in Prince of Darkness, you had Mustachio, who was supposed
Pringles
to be
guy.
Yeah, the Kurt Russell type character in that movie, and then Sam Neill fits the mold better, and he is better than that guy by far.
Yeah, but he's too Shakespearean.
He's just honestly, I think he's a good actor, and I think it was just not that great of an acting performance by him. And not just that, but this whole movie, it ties in, it goes into the whole. This movie felt like John Carpenter, Wes Craven, and Stephen King got together to make a movie, and it was somehow a mediocre fucking movie. You wouldn't expect that to be that, but it felt like that. Whereas John Carpenter, for the obvious reasons, Wes Craven, because Wes Craven loved to tie in that fantasy to fiction to real life the way he did with New Nightmare.
Right.
And this movie does that, and the fact that you go into Sutter Kane's books and his books become reality, and he's writing the stuff as it happens, and it's all very meta, and it all ties into all that shit. And Stephen King, very much, I got such a fucking hardcore not bad, but like TV version of a Stephen King movie vibe out of this entire fucking thing, with a meta layer of a sort of mediocre Wes Craven movie, and just not that great of an effort from John Carpenter. And I hate to fucking say that, man. This movie did not do it for me.
Like I said, I liked a lot of the ideas behind it, and I mean, there were moments of it that I was like really interested and compelled by, like especially at the very beginning of the movie when you're introduced to Sam Neill, and then the one guy randomly walks across across the street to kill him in the diner with an axe, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Didn't it feel like that was happening in Maine?
But yeah, it did.
Did it not feel like that?
No, it did. There was definitely elements, or at least colorings, of a Stephen King novel in the film, and I mean, maybe that's because John Carpenter. And not that he copied it, nothing like that, but the dark half. While I enjoyed certain aspects of it, and I feel like they were going in the right direction in some ways, I never felt scared. I never felt terrified. I never felt like there was any kind of moments of where the atmosphere was like leading me along to where I was uncomfortable. I just felt like it was a very straight from the hip kind of movie that went in the direction that you thought it was going to go in. The only twist that happened toward the end, I was like, oh, well, maybe I didn't see that coming, but at the same time, I wasn't shocked by it when it's revealed about what one of the main characters is. I was like, well, Buck, do you like juju beans? There's movies that like make you feel like you're a part of the story, or at least make you feel like you're involved. And then there are movies that are so far away from you that you just feel like you're watching something. You know what I mean? Like you're not, like the author or the screenwriters or the director can't pull you in all the way, so you're just kind of like hanging out there with your fucking foot on a stall, and you're like, I'm not, like, I know this is a fucking water ride at Universal.
Horror writer Sutter Kane, a harmless pop phenomenon, or a deadly mad prophet of the printed page.
You know what it felt like to me, dude? It felt like, and I love Mick Garris, and he's a great guy, and he's done a lot for horror
Mick Garris
stuff.
is great, yeah.
And I love some of his movies. But it felt like one of those lesser Mick Garris Stephen King movies, where it's just like, it just had the sheen over it. Like I just couldn't.
It's too clean, dog.
Yeah,
it's too clean.
Yeah, man. It was like even the points where they tried to get dark and weird with it.
This shit's Windex. It was clean.
Yeah, it was a movie like you love to watch this movie on a rainy day when it's like watching the Langoliers.
But it would be one of the. Oh my god, I couldn't even watch that one.
Oh, that's way worse.
But I would say, like if you were cleaning your house and it was on the background.
Yeah, it's got a nice feel to it. It's got that horror. It's got that whole like Needful Things, like kind of like dreary, like strange darkness, weird.
Derry, Maine.
Like driving down and literally it happens in the movie. Driving down a highway while everything's foggy, then you end up in a town you don't know. Type of just like Spookville type of fucking, just like kind of cheesy. Yeah. Never really scary. Never really great. Never really badass. Never really anything. Just kind of there, and it was kind of like it played on so many of those horror movie tropes, but it didn't really do any of them that well.
He sees you. He sees you.
Like they could have done so many fucking cool ideas. Like,
even the special effects felt lazy, man.
Yeah, well, because
honest.
I think that at that point there were some practical effects, which I give them credit for. There were some bad ones, but man, talking about a movie with unrealized potential, In the Mouth of Madness was one of those movies, at least to me, having not seen it in a while and watching it again. The first time I watched it, I was thinking like it was forgettable. And that's why I didn't remember much of it. When then watching it again, I was like, I fucking see why. Like, it's some cool shit. But this is like my first attempt at sex. No one girl's gonna remember this. And I feel like we're again, the last two films, like Mike praised the last one, and I'm praising this one, but I still feel like I'm dog shitting on it, and I'm not. Like, because I know there's some fans out there in the Mouth of Madness. There are some moments that it's kind of like, fuck. Like, there's one specific scene when Sam Neill goes to the movie theater and he's watching everything happening, and if you imagine yourself in that moment and you know your whole fucking life is this way,
yeah,
and then he starts laughing in not just a crazy way, but like giving up. Like, I have to accept the reality that I'm in now.
There is something to be there's one thing this movie
and he's wearing
does
a Hawaiian shirt.
do really well.
Looks like
there's something this movie does do really well, and that is show how scary it is to go crazy.
Yeah.
Like, not just that scene, but there's a movie where there's a scene in the movie where he's trying to get away from a scene, and it's like a bad dream. Like, he finds the car, he starts the car, he drives away from the scariness, he's finally on the road to freedom, and then all of a sudden he's right back in front of that thing again, and he has to start the car.
That sounds like Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4.
And then all of a sudden, he's back there again. It has a weird, like, nightmare-esque dreamscape to it, and it also it shows how scary it is to actually lose your mind. Like in the one scene where the guy's like, "Never tell you my favorite," and we won't give away spoilers, but if you've seen the movie, you know he's like, "Never tell you my favorite color is blue," and then he's seeing everything. When he's seeing everything in blue, though, that's really scary.
I like well,
that's really fucking scary.
But even then, when they shot that scene and the way that it came off, it was scary. The fact that like you're seeing it that way now, but I feel like the jump scare or whatever, the moment that it really. I feel like it was underwhelming.
Yeah.
Like it could have been
watered down, really.
It could have been, yeah, it's watercolors, motherfucker. It's not Bob Ross. It's just watercolors.
See the instrument of the homecoming. It starts the chain. Helps you see.
This movie was just never did anything great. It was always like just barely above mediocre, back to mediocre. I give this a lowly 5.5, and I hate to do that to a John Carpenter film, especially.
It's still above average, though.
Sure, it is, just because of the special things that he does with the camera, and I still love Sam Neill.
Look, either way, however you slice it, if you're gonna look at the movies as a whole, with John Carpenter telling these stories, it's fucking fantastic. It's really one of those cool moments that you can actually say that John Carpenter made a trilogy, and that this is something to be a part of.
Forgetting Halloween. Take Halloween out of that guy's resume, and he's still one of the greatest directors and the most visionary. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do my own shit, and I love that fucking guy so much.
Right now,
I'm so glad this movie exists.
But not Halloween. 78. What's your favorite John Carpenter film?
The Thing.
No fucking way, dude.
What?
Are you serious?
Yeah, what?
Big Trouble in Little China.
The Thing's better than Big Trouble in China.
Or Escape from New York.
The Thing's better.
You're crazy as fuck, son.
Yeah.
You smoke too much dope. But no, yeah, either way, that's a good question. What's your favorite John Carpenter film besides Halloween 1978? What's your favorite John Carpenter film?
Comment down below, let us know. We'll see your fucking faces tomorrow in this Halloween horror month of goodness.
It just keeps rolling, guys. It's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop until Michael is here.
We love your fucking faces. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some goddamn wham up in you. We got a ton, a fucking load of awesome Halloween stuff coming this month. Make sure you're watching.
It's ridiculous.
Touch my bum. What are you gonna do on October 31st?
What are you gonna do on October 31st?
Here comes that white-faced fucker, an asshole like no other. He's a big old piece of shit. Wants to stab your sister's tits cause he's a white-faced fucker. Loomis can't recover. Dr. Challenge drunk again, sleeping with your sister's friends.
Do you want to know about the darkness?
I said, goddamn.
Goddamn you, Michael!
I said, goddamn.
A lot of people don't know the darkness that goes inside their hearts.
I said, goddamn.
Goddamn you, Michael! What are you gonna do on October 31st?